Hi, my name is Nancy Eisenman, and I'm an individual, marital, and family therapist at Healing Hearts of Indy Counseling in Indianapolis, Indiana. And today, the title for my video is Don't Trust Your Guesser. So today I want to talk about a topic of particular importance for those who regularly use email and texting or other forms of written communication that are not face-to-face. This is becoming more and more prevalent in our society, and there's a significant pitfall that we must remain aware of to avoid falling into it with a loud belly flop. So how many times have you filled in insufficient information with ideas from your own head? The truth is, all of us do this all the time. Take our vision, for example. There is entirely too much visual information in any given moment for our eyes to take in and our brain to process. So our brains actually fill in the blanks with information that makes sense. It's not actual reality. It is a made-up conglomeration of data that keeps our visual field making sense to us. This phenomena is easily observed when viewing optical illusions. In much the same way, and if we're not careful, we do the same thing when communicating with others. It is particularly dangerous when texting and emailing because there is a lot of information that we don't have. This can happen when talking to someone face to face, but it's even more pronounced when we're conversing and writing. We miss out on cues like inflection, tone of voice, and body language with texting and email. So our brains fill in the missing blanks with information from our memory banks to insinuate the whole message and help it make sense. There is a major problem with this. Our brains choose data from our past, from our wounds, and from our own worldview, and base our opinion of someone else's intent on this conjured data. In other words, we guess, and then we take it as fact. Whoa, is that ever dangerous? Our past and our wounds can tell us things like, there's no way she really cares about me, or that short answer means he's angry at me, or even, if she doesn't text me back in the next 10 minutes, it means she wants to break up with me, etc., etc. There's no feasible way to give the person you are talking to via the written word all of the data they would need in order to communicate fully. It is even still difficult in person because we don't see people as they really are. We see them as we are, as a nice nin would say. We make assumptions about intent and motive, as well as content, rather than take the time to find out what the other person is really trying to say. The solution? Being aware that this can happen, that people you correspond with will be tempted to fill in the blanks, and that you will be tempted to fill in the blanks when someone corresponds with you. That's a good start. It will allow you to emotionally hold still, hopefully non-reactively, and ask clarifying questions when you've received a message you either don't understand or that hurts. An awareness that you may have filled in too many blanks will help you know when to ask the other person for the real message they were trying to send. It will help head off a lot of conflict before it begins. A large side order of grace will also help tremendously. Realizing that the other person cannot anticipate fully how you will fill in the blanks, and giving them the benefit of the doubt before you allow your emotions to run amok. Take the time, ask the questions, and allow them to explain what they really meant. Give them some room to express what they really meant before you decide that your version, filled with your own missing data and not theirs, is the correct one. Research what they are saying instead of telling them what you heard them say. Most of the time, there will be serious discrepancies between the two. Take the time to clarify. You won't be sorry that you did. Remember that your guesser and mine, all guessers, are pretty terrible. In therapy, I ask tons of clarifying questions to make sure I'm understanding the person on my couch instead of filling in blanks from my own experiences. This is imperative for safe, close, and truly intimate relationships. When you catch yourself getting reactive, to texts and emails particularly, but really any time, stop and think about ways in which you could be filling in the blanks incorrectly and ask clarifying questions. Well, that's what I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to share it in social media or also email the link to anyone that you think might enjoy it. If you'd like to make an appointment or contact me directly, you can email me at Nancy, Nancy, at healingheartsofindy.com, and I will be happy to respond to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much for supporting my work.